43 years ago, when my college friend Heather Malcolm and I set out from Toronto to do a photojournalism story on a small group of Canadian scientists who were planning to track the gigantic baleen whales, the blues and the fins, in the St. Lawrence River estuary, little did Heather and I know that this rather innocent summer sojourn would lead to so much. Not only in changing the direction of our young lives, but eventually the direction of the lives of the people in the Saguenay and Charlevoix regions, of Quebec, and of relations between Quebec and Canada, who were to become party to what was about to happen. I'm speaking of the 15-year period between 1975 and 1990, wherein a great deal of new knowledge surfaced on this marine area, and especially on the plight of its resident St. Lawrence beluga whales, an Arctic cetacean living very south in the world and called in scientific terms Delphinapterus leucus, meaning dolphin without a wing. And that essentially means that this animal lacks a dorsal fin. These whales, however, ultimately became known to the world, as Peter said, as the most contaminated marine animals on Earth. This was the period then in which increasing discoveries of alarming levels of contamination, chemical contamination, and its ensuing diseases, genetic disruptions, and evidence deformities in an array of aquatic species. This was pervasive throughout the St. Lawrence River drainage basin, and of course that includes the Great Lakes. On the conservation side of things, it was also within this period that in the 1980s I had the very good fortune of working with two leading environmental organizations, World Wildlife Canada out of Toronto and Greenpeace International out of Montreal, to see introduced to Quebec several new approaches to public engagement in order to try and advance the creation of a marine park in the area of the confluence of the Saguenay and St. Lawrence rivers. And this is because this area is a major marine production area with massive blooms of krill, plus spawning and migrating capelin, which is contributing to the fact that 12 different species of whales annually come to this area and use it. But it is also the permanent home of the St. Lawrence beluga. So tonight, I would like to share with you a few highlights of these strategic public engagement approaches and why I believe they matter to publics who increasingly are seeking opportunities to participate in their democracy, more so than just in casting a ballot at election time.